All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to go to Stat, which is right here.
Got it.
We're going to select Enter on Edit.
Okay.
And then you should have an L1 and an L2. Do you see that?
And I have L3.
And an L3. Good. Do you have any numbers in your L1 or L2?
Nothing at all.
Okay. Now, notice in my L2 I do have numbers.
Okay.
If you want to clear out the numbers, you would scroll over and up till you see the L2
Okay.
highlighted there. You would hit the clear button and then you would hit enter.
Okay.
So if you're doing multiple problems like you were checking your work or ever, you'll have to delete the other, you'll have to clear out the columns as you go. So make sure you hit clear and not delete.
Got it.
Cool? In the L1 column, we're going to type in the employed numbers that we have there.
Okay, so start with that 68, 62. Close, a little bit closer.
Yeah.
Enter. Okay, next one down.
Yeah. And just make sure that you type them correctly.
Okay.
And then you're going to go to your L2 column and type in the Y numbers.
Okay.
Sorry about that, I hit the wrong button. So once you have your L1 and your L2 numbers in there, is that okay?
Oh, I'm almost. Give me one more minute.
You're fine.
Okay, I have all the numbers in L1 and L2.
Good. So now we're going to go to second and then quits.
Okay.
Now you're going to go back to stat.
Okay.
You're going to scroll over to calc.
Okay.
And you're going to select, for right now, 2 variable stats.
Enter.
And hit enter.
Okay.
So now you should see 2 variable stats with the blinking cursor.
Right.
So hit enter one more time.
Okay, I see the same thing you see.
Yeah, so now notice that these numbers are quite huge.
Right.
Yeah, you're right. There is an E there, like you were discussing before.
The same one I saw. Same number I saw, too.
Yeah. So that means you did it right.
Okay.
And if you scroll down, notice it'll give you all the sigmas.
Right.
And it also gives you some information you don't need, like the min and the max stuff we don't need. So that's a way you can check your sigmas as you're doing it. The only sigma it doesn't give you is the very last one, the sigma x quantity squared.
Okay.
Because it just figures you would take sigma of x and just square the number.
Okay.
Now, if you hit any other key except for down or up, it'll lose the scrolling feature.
Oh, wow.
But you can get it back by hitting second enter and hitting enter again after that, or you can just go back to stat and whatnot.
Well, I took it down to the with the y equals 0.105x, and so my b was negative 4219.66.
The b shouldn't be a negative value here, I don't think.
Right, especially one that's so large.
Yeah. To actually see what the line should be, you can do that as well if you go to stat.
Yeah, I want it.
Huh?
How do I do that? How do I do that?
Yeah, we're going to go to stat.
Is that right now?
Yep.
Okay.
Scroll over to calc again.
Okay.
But notice number 4 here says lin reg. That means linear regression.
Okay.
And hit enter twice. So the A is your slope,
Right.
and your B is your y-intercept. So those are the numbers you should be getting.
Okay, now what I don't have is the r squared and r equals. I don't have that.
Which is fine. That's that correlation coefficient that I had talked about in class. You don't have to... We never computed it, so it's not a big deal.
Okay.
But the thing is, the way the book's doing it, to get B, you had to use M, the slope.
Right.
But we kept rounding the slope. Which means when we actually go to compute the B, it's not going to be what the calculator tells you, but it's going to be really close.
Because I don't know, for some reason, I think the number one thing that scared me too is just looking at the numbers. It seemed like the line was almost flat. Would be flat by me, just visualizing it.
Yeah.
It seems like it was no slope.
Yeah, well, notice it's negative 0.2.
Yeah.
So that's really close to 0. So yeah, it'd be very near flat.
Yeah, that's why I thought I was really doing something wrong.
Right. But you should know that it's negative because notice as the employment goes up, the unemployment goes down.
Yes.
So if they travel in opposite directions, then it's negative. But if they travel in the same directions, then it's positive.
Okay. Wow. Yeah, like I say, that one right there was throwing me for a loop. So.
Yeah, I wouldn't worry too much about it. The one on your test with the ice cream is much more practical.
Okay.
You shouldn't be getting too big of numbers for that one at all.
No, thanks. Cause like I said, that thing was been on my mind for the last week. Ever since the first time I started trying it. So
yeah,
I've tried at least that problem at least good 4 or 5 times.
Yeah, I wouldn't. Don't worry about it. If you're able to do the other ones, you're fine.
Yeah. Oh yeah. The rest of